So of all the things that I thought I was going to talk about today, this was not one of them. Hello everyone, welcome back to Base Damage. I do hope you are all doing well. Today we have to have a discussion, guys. This is getting out of hand. In multiple things, this is getting out of hand, and I'll explain myself in a moment here. But obviously, I was perusing the YouTubes, watching some good old Mr. Penguin Zero, good old Charlie, Moist Critical, and something that he always likes to cover is, like, you know, people getting into fights and whatnot over Pokemon cards, going to the vending machines and stuff like that. And this was something that was brought to my attention very, very shortly ago. I'm recording this very shortly after this came out, and it is just insane to see people, grown-ass adults, fighting over Pokemon cards. And now there has been a shooting. Someone, as of the recording of this, them posting this, apparently is in the hospital now. So I hope that they are doing okay, despite, you know, fighting over cardboard. We do not wish ill upon anyone here. So this is kind of crazy, and obviously there's some more stuff that I'm going to talk about. And obviously, if you want more details on it, do please go over to Charlie's channel. Not that I had to direct you towards a 18 million subscriber channel, but it is kind of crazy when you get the full picture. Obviously, I'm not going to play the sound for it, because obviously, like I said, you should go check out Charlie's thing. But, like, there was a freaking Kroger that people got into a scuffle because of, like, some stuff for the vending machine, and one of them shot the other. Like, that's just wild to me that we have gotten to that level. And I'm certain it's not the first time, but this is, you know, one of the more recent reportings of it. But in this same particular video, talking about just how unhinged people have become over what should be, you know, the joke back in the day with Yu-Gi-Oh! Was, oh, it's a children's card game. And obviously, the later joke for Yu-Gi-Oh! Was, it is a children's card game for grown-ass adults. And that very much feels like it stems true now for Pokemon as well. Like, okay, this was meant for kids. This was meant for kids to be able to have fun, and it is no longer a kid's hobby. It is very much adults trying to make lots of money and be very, very greedy. So, the big thing for this, at the end of this, in addition to obviously people getting hurt over this, and people going to those links of scalpers trying to, like, harm people. I mean, obviously there was already, like, videos of people fighting in Costco's and whatnot. And Charlie makes the joke remark of, you know, vending machines are like a PvP zone where people are just going to immediately start fights. And I'm like, it's also crazy that one of the other big things that happened recently was in the same video for here, over here for Moist Critical. I've was told in here, as well as another video, that now people are finding tracking devices underneath their freaking cars and whatnot for going to, like, they'll get out of a show or whatever, they're packing up their stuff, and they'll look underneath their trailers and find freaking tracking devices. This is apparently something that's been going on for a bit now and was not brought to my attention until just now. So obviously one of the big videos, Charlie shows this, another guy over here shows this, the sports car dad talks about this particular video, and some other videos as well that I do want to talk about. That this guy right here on this was shared on Pokestop519. I believe it was from someone else's particular Instagram or whatever, or Twitter. I don't know, but it's shared over here on Instagram. And I'm just gonna play it because this is kind of nuts. And forgive the volume. I don't know how loud it's going to be once I hit play. Let me adjust it real quick. So let's see how this goes.
To leave the expo, and we always check under our trucks and trailer, and it's a good thing we did.
Yes, a tracking device was found under their trailer. This hits a little close to home for me, not because of the fact this has never happened to me. It hits a little close to home because I am a vendor. I go to shows like this, and thank goodness I've never had this, but it makes me want to go outside right now and check up under my car and make certain that there's nothing under there. But this is also midnight, so I'm not going to do that right now.
Somebody put a tracking device on us tonight. So somebody's trying to track our stuff, follow us home. You know, you get the point. It's pretty crazy. Be safe out there. That goes for customers and vendor alone, any show you're at.
So he shows up under it as well. And there you see he shows the light right there. Like, this is nuts. This is actually nuts. And obviously they talk about as well under here for a particular expo that went on. It said there were some vendors who came outside and discovered a bunch of GPS tracking devices placed on their vehicles. So whether it was on trailers like this or maybe underneath the car. Obviously this was, I believe he said this happened in Canada. Don't hold me to that. But it's not limited to just the Canadian borders, let's be real. It says after about 20 minutes of checking vehicles, we noticed a suspicious car sitting at the back of the parking lot with no license plate. As we approached it, the driver sped off, jumping 2 curbs, and took off. They realized, oh shit, oh no, guys, they're coming after us. And this is just so unhinged that it has come to the point of we're trying to Ocean's 11 Pokemon cards. Like just insert the music of just trying to or Mission Impossible, I guess you could say, dun 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 dun, put the tracking device and go, which is crazy to the point that another video that was shown on Sports Card Dad talking about a guy who got followed to a restaurant after a show and they just beat the shit out of him and stole his cards. Like I'm paraphrasing greatly. Like I said, go watch the videos and everything yourselves and whatnot. But it is actually insane, like how much this is happening. And even at one of my most recent videos, talking about a card show that I went to in Myrtle Beach, someone in broad freaking daylight in the convention was trying to steal cards. I feel all the more reason that this needs to be talked about because of that recent thing where it's like, oh, you're trying to swipe stuff from multiple vendors. Like it was a coordinated attempt with multiple people from what I remember, where multiple people tried to just swipe from vendors at the same time and haul ass. And it's just really crazy how that happened. And then you had police there at the convention center for the rest of the day. That is really, really crazy to me. Like I said, being on the vendor side of it, that obviously makes me feel unsafe. And it's going to make me question going to events that it mainly involve the Pokemon card stuff. And so that's going to be something crazy. Like if you obviously for, a shooting happening for it, obviously it's going to make, and even the police say in here, it's like, hey, this is a little excessive. Like stores are probably going to see this happening a whole bunch and be like, never mind. We don't want these vending machines anymore. Take them away. We do not need a shooting out in the parking lot of Kroger. Obviously ruined business for that store for several hours because now, freaking it's a crime scene and they got to investigate. Nobody can go into the Kroger. So that just ruined all their sales for the rest of the day and stuff like that. If you really think about it, they're not going to put up with that happening every single time the damn Kroger restocks of Pokemon cards. No, that's just not going to happen. And apparently this would happen with the people, the vendors, the actual people who would restock particular Pokemon cards and whatnot at stores or whatever. Apparently that's another thing in terms of the tracking devices. That's something that had been going on for a minute as well, where those suppliers, I couldn't think of the word suppliers, distributors, there we go. The suppliers and distributors were also getting tracked. We're also having people just follow them on their routes and just, oh, they went inside, cool, bust into the back, steal shit and go. That's insane. That is actually insane. And it makes me not want to mess with Pokemon cards at all. Over the time of doing this job, there have been times where I do try to sell Pokemon cards. I try to sell Pokemon card bulk that I do have at some of the bigger TCG events because there's people who do want bulk. Absolutely, they do. I typically only carry a binder. Obviously, I do not condone getting cards graded. I don't sell Pokemon slabs, and anybody who comes up to me, I tell them, go on about your day, good sir. I'm not here. Be gone, Satan, type deal. And I don't deal with Pokemon slabs. Obviously, that's where a lot of the money is, sure. But also, one of the big things I have gotten before is sealed Pokemon product. And I'm not the type of person to do what a Scalper does and wait out in the freaking parking lot till 1 a.m. trying to wait for a store to restock on the same day for prismatic evolutions or anything of that nature, which also happened. Another story that was covered in this video where people were lining up like a freaking country mile to get the chance of getting like prismatic evolutions and whatnot. And I'm certain not all of those people are scalpers. I'm certain that's also parents who are just fed up with, they don't want to pay exorbitant, hundreds of dollars to try to get their kids some Pokemon cards. It's crazy, but I've been in those positions where I've just so happened to get my hands. Me and Moroku just happened to get our hands on some sealed Pokemon product. Whether that was some tins we found for very cheap or little clearance sale stuff in Walmarts and whatnot. Like every now and then we would get them. I would get sealed Pokemon product that I could take to events. And other vendors would just buy me out, which is just insane as it is. But whatever, you do you, fam. But I'm also not trying to go, let me mark this up for, $300 type deal. Typically, I just try, look, I got this for like half price. It's like a $20 tin or something, right? Like a display of tins or something that's like $20 a piece. If I can get them for half price or something, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Let me scoop these up and just, sell them at their normal price. And that's what I typically try to do. But this happening, this shit right here makes me not even want to touch like the sealed product that I occasionally am able to get my hands on. It's worrying me with the singles as well. Like it's really crazy if someone comes up to me and is like, oh, hey, do you want to buy like these Pokemon cards from me, not in slabs? I'm going to second guess myself from now on. I'm going to look at it and go, I don't know, Chief. I think I don't want to become a target, right? Like, I don't think I'm going to be the target for this. I think obviously the more expensive stuff is going to get stolen. The slabs and whatnot are going to be targeted. But the sealed product, if I somehow did get more sealed Pokemon product and someone's like, damn, I want to swipe it from this white boy. Nah, I don't want to be a target of that. So me as a vendor, I'm going to strongly consider avoiding that in the future. I will probably no longer be dealing with other than like the singles that I have. I'm probably just going to get rid of those and that's it. Like it makes me not want to carry Pokemon product at all. At least on the card side of things. I do get like the sleeves and deck boxes. Anyway, ranting. Point being, this is wild. This is unhinged. This is insane. I am all the more ready for the bubble to burst. I want this trend to end. But whatever. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, just wanted to point that out to you. Just wanted to bring this to your attention. Like I said, obviously, Charlie talked about it, and Sports Card Dad talked about it as well. This is not him. This is another video they showed up there. The actual guy is this guy. So, I'm sorry. Really bad picture to get you on there, dude. I am very sorry. But do go check out their videos, and obviously, give them a like, all that. Yep, that's going to be it for us. I'm going to emphasize today to whether you're a customer or a vendor, stay safe and stay based.